Really? Really? You're just gonna, like, stand there. Try and say that you're not responsible for any of this. Good morning, passport holders. Today is June 15th, 2015, day 227 of the vlogs, and this morning's been off to actually a rip-roaring start. I woke up super early again, and I think part of it is the fact that I'm so used to sleeping in hotel rooms now with blackout curtains that when I don't have them, sorry, a little extra on your fuzz cap there, I'm pretty sensitive to light, and with the way that the house is oriented, there's a lot of light that comes in that window early in the morning. So yeah, just one of those things where it sucks, but yeah, I get started super early here. So I've handled a bunch of stuff. I mean, I filed for unemployment because technically today is the first day that I was eligible to do so. So I filed all that paperwork. I've got a couple of other pieces that I have to wait a couple of days until I actually get into the system in order to file. So things like direct deposit information, and then documenting my job search process. I'm hoping that I don't have to file or fax anything that's being mailed to Ben and Kamie's house. It doesn't look like that's the case right now, but we'll see. Heard back from a couple of feeler emails. Companies that have approached me previously about doing work have come back and said, hey, we're still not quite ready, so stay tuned, stay tight, kind of thing. So, it may be one of those things where one of those comes off and I really don't have to be in the game for very long. But with the way that everything is structured in the severance package, I may have to not work until July 15th. And I know that sounds really weird, and it is. It really is. Once again, a very productive day results in a poor vlog. At this point, it is the second half of the Canada-Netherlands game. Currently, the China-New Zealand game is, I believe, still at a 1-1. So, as it stands right now, if results hold, which is a big if, the Netherlands would be out, and New Zealand would be in the third spot, but at risk of not actually qualifying for the knockout rounds because of their goal differential. So that is what it is. I just need a little time to get my head on straight, because I've had a couple of moments of really like, okay, hey, this is the stuff I want to do, this is where I'm going to go, and then I've had moments where I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I just putting myself in a box again? And so, yeah, it's kind of the bit, but I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'm hoping for a good end to this Canada-Netherlands match. Well, I had to get out of the house. I've had a number of conversations today, and it's just kind of generally been rough on me. The entire weight, the gravity of the situation is starting to settle with me a little bit, and yeah, whoops, I don't fall down this hill. And so, like, I'm hearing the, normal chorus of friends who I've helped start businesses by being kind of an accountability partner or mentor, something in between, that I should be starting a business, that I shouldn't be looking for a job. And there's part of them that's right. I should start a business. It will give me the flexibility that I'm looking for. I'll avoid the office politics and the office environment, which I struggle with a lot of the time. The problem is that I've yet to identify a pain point for people that they are willing to pay to solve. And that's my problem with, hey, like, oh, let's start a business, let's do this, like, you can do this, man, you should do it. Show me a pain point that people are willing and able and currently paying to solve, that I have some kind of competitive advantage in, and we can start that process. So I just decided that it was just time, and I thought about breaking out the skateboard and I don't know, I just didn't feel like it. I felt like, you know, surrounding myself with trees and just some time was the right move. So came out here to Almaden Quicksilver Park, I think it is called. So gonna watch the sunset here, which is technically when the park closes, and then I'll get out of here and begin to address, you know, what I can for the rest of the night. So, yeah. And that's our payoff for this walk. Check that out. Those are some amazing reds in there. Walking back down now, and I don't know, I've just been thinking about a lot of different things again. You know, my buddy Sonny, who has been in the vlog previously, sat there and he was really challenging me pretty hard today about, you know, like leaning back on some of the things that I've read time and again and that I've recommended to him time and again. And, you know, it's not starting a business, but starting a muse, right? Tim Ferriss labeled muse 4-hour work week. And I've been thinking about it, and I just like, there's only one problem set that I currently face on a daily basis that sucks, that I enjoy doing, but I enjoy doing it not because of the labor involved, because of what it means. And that's closed captioning. And so, like, I've got to do some research into this and figure out if there's a way that I can find a system that can be set up so that I'm not doing the captioning myself, but that the captioning is getting done and can get done for hundreds of other vloggers, right? If I can do that, if I can unlock that one, maybe there's something here. Maybe I can sit there and get to a point where it all works and comes together, and, you know, I can start a little baby business that may or may not generate revenue for, you know, its first month, but very clearly has a path to profitability quickly. I've got to hustle down this hill now, which is quite steep, because I have a feeling that they're going to really lock up the parking lot here in a few minutes, and I don't want to lose my car for the night. I'm too far away. I'd have to take an Uber back, which I really don't want to do right now. That was super duper close. The park ranger was literally closing the gates as I jumped in my car. Didn't even like care about my seatbelt or anything else. I legitimately started my car and started driving towards him, and he just waved at me, opened up the gates again. Whoa. Alright, time to go to the grocery store, because yeah, I'm gonna stay in for tomorrow's set of matches, and therefore I'm gonna need some beer, because yeah, it's a big match for the U.S. women's team, and I don't know, I'll figure out something for dinner if I don't want to do the Soylent. At this point, I'm going to head to bed because I've got a pretty big day tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate your time and attention. The number of views that have been coming in recently are amazing to me, despite the fact that I felt like these are pretty boring vlogs. I mean, honestly, dramatic life stuff is happening, but the vlogs themselves are not the kind of travel adventure things that, excuse me, I would like to do. So, but people are watching, and I appreciate it. I really, really do. Remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.